There's no combination of words.
Have you noticed any bias when you watch the news, and what do you think about it?
I have. I remember the first time I noticed it was when I was in 7th grade. Our teacher used to show us news reports, and we'd have to write about them, but they were always really weird, and they were always one-sided about everything, and all the stories would be like, well, this person did this because they wanted to, and blah, 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 but it didn't really show the other side of the story, so I didn't really like that. I told my parents were like, okay, that's sketchy. And then when I got into high school, I started watching it less, but then my senior year, I ended up watching more news because more things were happening, and it just seemed very strange. And even this year, I noticed it. During the elections, I was watching it one day, and they were bashing on Hillary, which I don't think the news should be able to do that, because it should just be it shouldn't be one-sided. It should be something that is unbiased, because it's the news. You're talking to many people, whether they like Hillary or they Trump. It's just their opinion. So that's what I think about it. I don't think that they should do that, because they're the news and they're talking to everyone of every opinion.
The morning light sings or brings new things.
There are many different news medias that reach out to different audiences, particularly different political audiences. Every single one is on a spectrum of how liberal or conservative their media is. This image on Twitter is an example of the bias that some news like to present. Twitter user Luke Brinker pointed out that all Fox News cared about was Hillary Clinton's emails, while Donald Trump at the time was being criticized for the many claims of sexual assault against him. Fox News being the most right-leaning big-time news source, CBS and CNN being more centralized, and MSNBC being the most left-leaning. Sean Hannity, being a respondent from Fox News, accuses all other news outlets for being biased and corrupt without mentioning Fox News at all. He urges Trump to cut off access to these medias.
I believe in
It starts a conversation about news media biases, but all outlets need to be considered and examined, as no one in the industry is innocent. Twitter and other digital technologies are crucial in this day and age in getting information about politics and many other important events that happen in our day-to-day life. News should not be biased because it is being presented to a huge array of people. If news is biased, it may sway people to think one way or another, which is wrong. People should be able to absorb information and be able to make up their own mind and have their own thought and opinions about them.